Oh, turn 10 deep into that. Whoa, contact with Rins. Contact, and we're on the grass out. So what's going on, guys? Box here, and welcome back to some more of the 2021 modded career mode. And this is going to be the start of a brand new season, which means we are going to be taking the reins of a brand new MotoGP rider. So I put up a poll the other day, 3 riders: Petrucci, Miller and Pole Espargaro, and you guys voted with over 50% Jack Miller on the Ducati, and that might be because of his performance in testing out of Qatar, but he's been very much on point on this bike here, the GP21, a lovely looking bike, very similar to last year of course, but slightly different at the front, head on, looking at that 43 on there. But very much looking forward to seeing what Jack Miller could do aboard this brand new Ducati. So we haven't got long to go until MotoGP 21, so I want to take this series easy. I want it to be nice and chill, nice and fun though, plenty of good racing. So what I'm going to do for the first time on career mode on MotoGP, we're going to switch it up. We're going to be doing qualifying, and then we're going to be doing one race per episode. So the episodes might be slightly shorter, but we're going to go for one race an episode, and because of that we're going for a 9 race championship as well. So let me talk you through the calendar then. We're going to be kicking things off at Qatar. We'll then head to Jerez for round number 2, then on to Mugello, keeping it in Europe. We'll head to Spain for Catalonia, we'll head to Assen, then Austria at the Red Bull Ring, and then we'll head out to Mazzano, Phillip Island, and round things off at Sepang. So should be a pretty interesting season because of the time that we've got until MotoGP 21. I'm going to take it, nice and easy, nice and chill with this final series on MotoGP 20 using the 2021 mod. So then, our Ducati that we're going to be taking the reins of with Jack Miller. Bagnaia is going to be our teammate, of course. Both of these riders were promoted from Pramac last year, so interesting rider lineup for Ducati, but hopefully should be a strong one for us. The bike's going to be quick, of course, but can we beat Marc Marquez? So then, looking at the times in qualifying 1, we're here at Qatar, Q1. We need to get through, of course. Quartararo is there, Vinales there, Alex Marquez, Zarco, lots of strong riders, but there's only 2 places, and of course we're here, our teammates there, P8 as well, so 53 flat is the time to beat. Can we get in the 52s? Well, let's head out and find out. Zarco's on our bike from last year, the old Pramac, so let's go for a 2-lap stint, and these 2 laps are going to have to count. They're the only chance we've got of getting into Q2, but if we want to win the championship again, then we're going to have to, it's a short season as well, so we're really going to have to hit the ground running. Can't afford to make mistakes. So let's see what this Ducati can do. We're used to the Yamaha. We did the last season, a full season, as Valentino Rossi on the Petronas Yamaha. So let's see how we can get on this Ducati with Jack Miller at the hands. He's obviously going to be fancying himself for the Riders' Championship anyway in this season coming up in real life. And his performance in testing really does suggest that he means business, doesn't he? Halfway through this opening lap, we're 3/10 underneath of Zarco's time. Of course, we are on the factory Duke, so you can kind of expect us to be able to go quicker. Definitely feel more pressure though aboard the full factory Duke. I don't really ride the Ducatis on this game. One thing I do notice about this Ducati is it doesn't really bite when you turn in as much as the Yamaha did. Obviously it's a very quick bike out the corners, nice and stable through the corners, just that initial turn in doesn't have the bite like the Yamaha does or the Suzuki that we were riding before that season. But almost half a second quicker than Zarco. You wouldn't expect anything less from Miller, would you, on a factory Duke? So then you can see that ourselves and Zarco made it through, which means big names still out there. Bagnaia, our teammate of course, he didn't make it through. Quartararo, he didn't make it through. Vinales didn't make it through either. This mod I think needs updating, and I think it will get updated for the last few liveries that are coming. But yeah, I presume that there'll be an update as well for the AI performance to the mod, so maybe after a few episodes you'll see that change. But let's go, let's put on some brand new softs. I'm going to go out again at the end. We're about 5 minutes to go, so I can do 2 laps back to back. In terms of tyres for the race, it's going to be a soft front and either a hard or a medium. I'm leaning towards a hard rear tyre. 52.7, so I think we might be able to beat that time. Could we be on for pole position here? We're going to try. This track definitely suits our bike and the Ducati. Very dominant bike around here in the past. The Yamaha, with the Petronas Yamaha, didn't do quite as well here with Valentino Rossi in the opening round of last season of career mode. So if you missed that whole series or the start of that series, go check it out. Why not? Give it a go. Using this mod as well. So let's see what we can do here in Q2. Can it be pole position? Through the third sector, we've lost a bit of time. Look at that. It's going to be closer than I initially thought. Our rear tyre is very, very hot. We're going to have to go for it. Oh, it's a soft rear in the back of this Ducati, but I think it might have to be a hard rear. Look how wide we are there into the final corner. Big mistake. And a hot rear tyre going on to a second lap. Is it going to be any good? It's not going to do us any good, is it? Let's go 52.8. P4. I'm not going to go for another lap because that rear tyre, I don't think it'll be good enough on this lap. So should have gone for a medium rear, really. There you go, qualifying. Mir takes pole from Morbidelli, Rins, then ourselves, Oliveira, Nakagami, and Rossi in P7. Marquez all the way down in P9. That's not very good for him, is it? Oh, I'm going to go for a soft front, hard rear tyre. Let's see how we get on with that combo. The Ducati will have plenty of horsepower to put through that rear tyre, get it spinning up, find the heat. We will be able to find the heat in it easy. I can't go for a soft rear. Medium, probably could have gone for a medium, but let's see how the Ducati behaves. Traditionally, I always get a load of wheel spin with this factory Ducati bike, so let's see how we go. But front of the second row, not a bad place to start. You can do plenty from there, and that'll be the aim. 2 Suzukis ahead of us. Don't know where Oliveira is. There he is. He was very strong last season, just missing out at the end. But look at this. Oh, clipped Morbidelli there, but look at the Ducati fly down into turn number 1 and how stable it is on the brakes, and look at all that mid-corner grip. We got it. The launch pretty much perfect as Mir comes through. Obviously defending world champion for 2021. Be interested to see what he and Suzuki can do. But for us, we've got to get the win here, haven't we? We've got to start the season strong, so let's see if we can do that. Miller, no pressure, but we've only got 8 races left after this one. A short season, so it could play into our hands. But let's see. The Suzuki's going quickly around here at Qatar. And obviously Mir leading the way right now. Oh, messed that little sector up there. Through turn 9. Oh, turn 10 deep into that. Whoa, contact with Rins. Contact, and we're on the grass out wide. Oh god, that wasn't good for anyone. That wasn't. But contact with Rins as we run wide, and Rins coming in. Just our lines crossed, and we were lucky enough to stay on the bike, but you know, that's not good. Gonna have to get back up to the back of Mir now, which is not what we want. As Nakagami, Morbidelli there ahead of us. So let's see if we can make this Ducati work for us. Get ourselves back on the podium, and then see if we can't catch up to Mir. He seems to be pulling away at a rate of knots right now. I've lost an end plate as well on the Ducati. Not going to help us in terms of downforce, is it? But what are we like on the brakes? Very, very good on the brakes. Look at that, close right in on the Honda man. The tyres are a little bit on the cool side, but I'd rather it be this way with the rear especially, rather than a slightly overheating medium rear. I'd rather it be a slightly cooler hard rear tyre, and the fronts are soft, so hopefully we can find some pace. Oliveira's all over the back of us. The AI very competitive round here. But there's a Suzuki, a Yamaha, a Honda, a Ducati, and then a KTM. And then another Honda in the form of Marquez. He's going to be fighting his way up through the grid, isn't he? Be interested to see if the Suzukis are going to be able to get in a championship fight this season. Last season in career mode they struggled to get there, but they stuck with it in the team rankings. And stoppy into turn 9. Look at this. Oliveira all over the back of us. Obviously we did make a mistake into there, didn't we, with the stopping, but he is all over the back of us. I can hear his KTM screaming at us. I'm just struggling to stick with Nakagami. Obviously we've got a little bit of damage on the bike from contact with Rins. Whoa! And Oliveira at the rear. We're holding him up, obviously. Marquez coming through too. Into 16. Let's see what the gap is. Let's see what the fast lap of the race is going to be. It'll probably be set by Mir. Could be Nakagami or Morbidelli. 53.6. Yeah, we're way off that time. A second off of that time. Bit of a scruffy lap after that contact with Rins. We had a fantastic start. Bit of contact with Rins has shook the boat a little bit. But let's see if we can throw a decent lap time in. A personal best. 54.6 is our personal best. So if we can break into the high 53s, that's a good improvement, I think. And with the hard rear tyre, it will just come to us in the race. So I ain't too worried about that. Just got to keep on top of the front tyre. But already this is feeling like a better lap. Seem to have sorted ourselves out a little bit. And because of that, I'm going to go for a bit of power mode 2. Just to help us along. But again, it's the front tyre. It doesn't seem to bite. You need a different riding style on the Ducati compared to the Yamaha. So we're going to have to find that style, make it work for us. Because at the minute I'm struggling through this middle sector, to be honest. In the wrong gear as well, that's not going to help anything. 6/10ths back from Nakagami. 54.6 was the previous lap time. We're going to have to keep an eye on things. Oliveira going quickly again. He's closing us right down. He's going to be gone. He's dropped Marquez. Obviously Marquez and Oliveira were our championship rivals last season, and Oliveira again looking very lively. Let's see what this lap time's like. Come on, Ducati. Seems to be the first sector, which is where we're really good. 53.6, 53.3 from Oliveira behind. So we're on front runner pace. We're on Mir's pace on that lap. So it's just that Oliveira's going even quicker. Don't know how he's going so quick. So my aim, I think there's two. It's too late in the race now to be able to go after Mir. But if I can get ourselves in P2, that'll be good. But we're going to have a fight on our hands with Mir. So the Ducati pulls away in the first sector. Look at us, we're all over the shop. Ducati pulls away in the first sector, then second, third and fourth. He closes back in and I'm deep into turn 6. That's not going to help me. But he closes us in through every other sector. Just we pull out in that opening sector. Obviously it suits the Ducati well. These turny sectors, nah, not feeling so good. But look at this progress on Nakagami. Another stopping into turn 9. Change of direction there isn't suiting us. Again, we're on turn 10. You have to be careful. And then you're firing. Open the throttle and we're trying to ram it around turn 11. Tip it into 12. Try and find the apex. Try not to run wide out on the AstroTurf. Keeping it within the lines. Very good. This one again can be tricky. Hitting the apex again. Watch the bump. Oh, the rear kicking. Getting a bit squirmish. But Oliveira, he is pushing. He is pushing right now. Into the final corner. Maybe we can get Nakagami on the brakes into turn 1. I know we're pretty good into turn 1. A little bit of a wheelie out that final corner onto the main straight. Then 2 laps to go. We're bang on for fuel. Nakagami going for it up the inside of Morbidelli. We're not quite able to. Thought about it. We looked at it. Not quite able to make it work. But we're bang on for fuel. Literally bang on. So I might need to do a bit of fuel saving come the end. But we'll see where we're at. But Nakagami threw on Morbidelli. He did it on the brakes. Nice and easy there. Oh, very unstable on the brakes. Come on, Duke. On the AstroTurf and the rumble strips. Round turn 6. Almost had a red torpedo up the inside of Morbidelli. Here we go, up the inside. He's early on the brakes. Oh, look at Morbidelli there right behind us trying to get back after we got the overtake done. And again, he's sticking with us. You know, he's going to be one to impress. He's going to want Vinales' seat next year. 1 second's the gap to Nakagami. Nakagami's found a spring in his step and he's going after Mir as we're going to be approaching the final lap any moment now. Round turn 15. Seem to be dropping Morbidelli. He's got Oliveira to worry about now. We just got to bring the bike home. I don't think we'll be able to get Nakagami. He seems to have, you know, found the next level. But for us, we just got to bring the bike home on this last lap. 53-1. 53-1 from Nakagami. I told you we found some pace. And we're pretty deep into turn number 1, but making it work. Didn't lose any time there by running deep. Sort of the line we took. Round turn 2. Again, this first sector is really, really good for us. See what the gap is. Less than a second to Nakagami. Oh, the rear tyres had it. It's kicking and screaming. Morbidelli under pressure from Oliveira behind. Oliveira's going to come good this season. I think he's going to be in the championship fight. Maybe even Nakagami. Maybe Nakagami will be in the championship fight. Or maybe it's just working for him out here at Qatar. I don't know, but in the real season, it's Qatar. It's back to back at Qatar. Testing at Qatar. Race at Qatar. Then another race at Qatar for the Doha Grand Prix. Round turn 10. Back into power mode 2. I'm going to blast it up here, but I think Nakagami's going to be safely into P2 unless he makes a mistake. And I'm wide there. Struggling for rear end grip. Look at it. It's all over the place. It really is. Look at it. It's throwing us out the seat. It really is a beast, this bike. Not able to make it work to take the win, but good damage limitation. A good solid result. One more corner to go. Tip it in nice and easy. Nice and gentle. And then we're going to blast for the line. And bring this Ducati home for P3. I will take that. Not bad at all. Podium in the opening race is a good start. Would have been great to get the win. Miller's happy with that as well. So Nakagami P2, Miller P3. Morbidelli P4, Wales Rossi P7, Espargaro 8. Quartararo made his way up to P9. That poor qualifying affected him. He could have been near the front otherwise. Vinales, nothing special from him. Rins obviously not classified with that contact with us. The Riders' Championship lines up as the standards were finished. So let's see the team ranking. Suzuki lead despite that Rins DNF, but 3 points back Petronas Yamaha than we are. There, Alciara there, Repsol Honda are there, very, very close after the first race. Constructors, Suzuki lead. So there you have it. The opening episode of this brand new career mode, Jack Miller. Off to a good start, but we're going to need to get a win in the next episode, which will be out at Jerez. Hopefully we can do that. Hopefully we can make the Ducati work out there. But you'll have to stay tuned to the channel to find out. But for now, make sure you get subscribed if you enjoy MotoGP. And I'll see you guys in the next one.